there we go. Wait a minute. I got to take. We got one person that needs to get showing right here. That should be. Boom. Excellent. There we are. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Legacy of Mythal campaign. So, last week, the caravan continued its travel northward and seemed like it may reach Daggerford without any further incident. But one evening, as people sat around the campfire, eating dinner, clouds of rolling fog approached from four directions. Within each of them was a cloud giant, and two of the giants attacked the main camp where the heroes were, while the other two attacked the rest of the camp on the other side. Conjuring fog that effectively split the heroes up, the giants emerged wielding rocks and giant-sized greatswords. The second giant threw a perfectly aimed rock that struck Jinx from his horse and lay him unconscious. But neither giant was able to connect consistently with their following attacks, and the first giant was killed while retreating back into the fog. The second giant was more successful and able to get far enough away to rise into the sky, hidden from view by the clouds. The other two giants were killed by the rest of the camp, but not before 5 guards were killed, 2 of them cultists. But the caravan was safe once again, and at the end of the 10-day rolled into the town of Daggerford. And I didn't have a chance to review the video. Can someone share what happened with conversations with the cultists last week? Anyone who remembers?
Oh, I have notes. I do have notes for that. Let me look.
I think that was mostly Alamir and Jinx last week.
I was going to say, I do remember them giving away all of the juicy details, telling us where they're going.
I know. I went and talked to the leader. I went face to face, and I tried to get information on the was trying to connect the names of the cult, the different heads of the cult, because I told them that we'd run into the red hand before, and one of them was wearing the colors of the cult and that sort, and then we killed the other one in Greenwich, England, Greenish, whatever it was. Ooh. Beginning town.
One second. There's feedback.
I'm hearing somebody's got the stream up and hearing it completely clear.
Is that what it is? Is the stream in the background?
That's what it sounded like to me.
Is it gone?
Yep.
I muted it.
It's gone.
It's all good.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, I talked to the leader because I was talking about the heads, but I didn't roll well enough to get him to spill any more information.
Excellent. Yeah, and you had learned about, if I remember correctly, the closest cult operation was out of Yartar.
Yes.
Yep. And I think that's about all
that's all I got.
Information. Yep.
That was all he was willing to give me at that point.
Right. Very good.
I mean, I was pinging on him for 2 weeks. Come on.
Yes, there is.
Or
a
10
long
days.
Rest, Mock. You definitely got a long rest. All right. So, then that is where we're at as you've pulled into Daggerford, and I think also when we ended, I introduced everyone to 2 separate or three NPCs that, along with some generic guards to replace the ones that were killed, although not for the cult.
Right.
The cultists lost 2, but they're not replacing anyone There was one of the guards was a green-skinned woman called Green Nimza, who's going to Waterdeep to try to have her condition fixed. A gnome by the name of Jamna Gleamsilver, and a Thayan, who you recognized as Asbara Joss, the red wizard who you had been told by the monk. What's his name? Lysirin, or I should remember. Leosin. Leosin had told you he had been seen in the tent of the raiding camp talking to Rezmir the Black. So you have a full 2 evenings, a full day with 2 evenings in Daggerford, which you can just spend resting, or if there's something specific you'd like to try to do, let me know. What are your thoughts?
I'm personally going to go to the Lady Luck Tavern and hear the gossip of the town, so to speak. And I'm also going to spend some time and hit up my church.
Yep, absolutely.
Which I know it's under
Shrine of
somewhere.
Tamora. Yep.
Yeah, I just can't seem to find it. Oh, there's 28.
Yeah, they're close together. All right there, close to the main gate.
Now, is the caravan going to be reconvening in 2 days with new groups, or are the groups staying as they were?
Other than these, the replacement guards and these 3 NPCs, it's the same people.
Okay.
Everybody who left Baldur's Gate was heading to Waterdeep.
Okay. So I'm going to talk to the dude I was with. I'm trying to remember his name. Samardag, and I'm going to ask Samardag if perhaps we swap wagons just for a change of venue or a change of discussion. Hef and I would like to possibly switch wagons.
Switch wagons, and what is so to switch wagons or reposition yourself, or
reposition ourselves. Yes, and I would point at the wagon with the one of the cultists, second in command cultist guy. That hey, maybe I can swap. Hef and I can guard that wagon instead, and see if Samardag is open to being persuaded to that effect.
Interesting. You get the clear sense that he of course really likes having you and Hef close to him, especially.
Come on, Elsa, let him roll.
And so that's a tough sell. What other than just
I can go up and down the line and better protect everyone rather than just one wagon, because while his wagon is of course the critical wagon, there is a whole caravan to be responsible for, and as a leader of the caravan, his leadership is what sets the difference. So giving of his best and brightest, like Hef and I, actually helps secure him as the best possible leader. Come on, I gotta have a chance to roll here sometime.
No. You're definitely gonna have a chance to roll. I wanted you to
sell it. Got it.
Yes, I wanted you to sell it. So, what is your true intent? Because I get the feeling that better protecting the caravan is not really it.
Well, I mean better protecting the caravan if I'm walking up and down the line. But yes, getting a little closer to the cultists would not hurt the cause of trying to figure out more of what's going on. Okay. But in all seriousness, going up and down like in the middle of it rather than only at the front, it would protect more of the caravan.
Okay. So it is based on truth, but there is an underlying purpose. So that will, so that's good. So that helps. Then you can go ahead and roll a persuasion instead of having to do deception,
Okay.
and that does make it a little harder for um, Semerdag to perceive um, any ulterior motive.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
So go ahead and roll a persuasion.
Kaboom.
Wow. Okay. But just go ahead and also roll a deception. Okay. Um, Excellent. So Semerdag is agrees that is a good thing. You and Heth have definitely, and he knows that the whole group has been working really well together. He also is very appreciative of how well um, your group, especially Alamir and Spot, have helped bring people together, especially the cultists, to work together in order to protect the caravan better. And so he is very willing to let you do that. And he says, it, it certainly would be advantageous um, to have more roving coverage. Perhaps you could convince some of the other guards in the caravan to rotate with you, so that there would be find a not necessarily just a one-for-one rotation, but if there is some type of formation that would work better, given the constraints, of course, that the road is seldom, if ever, wide enough to travel more than two abreast.
Right. Right. Well, if we come up with a new formation, we'll call it the Samerdag formation, and it'll be a new way to traverse across the wide open spaces.
Very good. So I will let you think about what that will look like for the next 10 day from here to Waterdeep.
Boy, oh boy, you can tell I spent the day with customers. Woo!
All right. So who's next? Anyone else? Actually, Jinx. Let's go ahead and kind of fill out what you're looking to do. I mean, everyone I think is going to end up at the tavern or a tavern. The Lady Luck is the first and largest. So if you're going to spend time there, I'm sure people would join you. Anything special you're looking to do at the Shrine of Tamora?
Honestly, if there's any beggars around there, donate to the beggars and just kind of spread the goodwill, because Timor is kind of about that kind of stuff, especially people down on their luck.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe once in a while. What? Go ahead.
No, Daggerford is a very well is a very strong society of a supportive community, and you do not find any beggars in the town. Sometimes there are some displaced people who end up here. At this point in time, right now, though, there's still some people who would have liked to have been hired as guards and traveled to Waterdeep. There's a small handful, just 3 of them, who cannot afford to pay passage and are going to wait for the next caravan to try to get hired on and head north, unless they can find some other means.
Is passage again?
I'm sorry?
How much is the passage again?
How much is passage? So passage aboard. We're only talking 110 day at this point, so it would probably just to sit in one of at this point it would probably could be bought for 2 gold.
Okay, one more small little question. How well have I learned my lockpicking since we've done this whole traveling?
Oh, good point. So both you and Luna have fully mastered your new skills.
Perfect. Then I will also spend some time hitting up the jail and constable's office. I know, weird direction, but hit up that and just basically explain them how bad their locks are and display this the high end lock I got from. Sorry. I didn't write the guy's name down. Oof, I am bad.
That's okay.
There's a. Yep. Anyways, the previous town we were in, I'm gonna still try to lead sales that direction as I show them their lock and I show them that lock and then I pick their lock to display how easy their lock is compared to that lock.
Very good. And actually, I was looking up stuff, but it would have been that wasn't.
I could look it up in the note.
Was that great? That wasn't Greyhand's smithy, was it? Yeah, keys, locks, buckle. Yeah, that was Greyhand's. So that was Goran Greyhand, right? Does that sound right? Yeah, that
Doesn't
has
sound
to be
right, does it?
Shield, shrine, smiling, so grains. Yeah, no, that was it. Yeah,
Okay.
that was it. Yeah, they're the ones that do key and locks and detailed metalwork. Yep.
Yep.
Half orc, Goran Greyhand.
And I'll try to sell their work to them basically and tell them, how to reach them and, tell them, tell them Jenkins sent you and they'll give you the greatest deal and definitely can upgrade these locks because you don't want those pesky thieves getting out of here, do you?
Excellent. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check or performance or either performance or persuasion.
It's persuasion every time.
Yep, I figured. I give you an option.
I rolled a 7.
So
21.
yeah, they're like, thank you. That's some mighty fine work. We'll send down through send word down and see what some new locks might cost. Thank you for showing us this fine craftsmanship.
I bow or so forth, and pleasure doing business with you. And no, I'm not going to. Never mind. I was half thinking about pickpocketing them.
That would be pretty gutsy. I'll give you that.
So is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
I can tell you what Alamar's doing. He's going to
Hiding?
spend. He's doing hiding. You won't find him. You said the cultists are staying at the same hotel or the same inn as us.
So, here's
Yay, nay.
Well, here's really no. They don't have any money. So if you look on the bottom, the caravan grounds are right outside the city. They don't have much money. The leaders have some. They will everyone is camping in the caravan grounds because, I mean, if you already have a camp,
Right, you just circle your wagons and make a fire. Got it.
right.
Put some tents up.
So, but a lot of the merchants
Mhm.
will take rooms at the Lady Luck, and I thought there was so certainly the Decorated Man. Yeah, everyone kind of has their favorite place. And there was one further up. The Silver Flood, yeah, the Silver Flood Inn. So, Samerdag stays with the camp. He does not, and because it's his responsibility. So and he would like, there's, this is a pretty safe area, but you are
Right.
outside the city walls, so he would definitely like at least, in addition to the cultists and a few other people who are gonna stay with the camp, he'd like at least a couple of you, if you would, to
Well, that's perfect because Alamir is willing to volunteer.
And so is Smock. I will happily stay to help Sir Samerdag.
I'm sorry. Quick interruption. Smock, I think we're picking you up through the other microphone again
Okay.
because you sound distant.
How is that now?
Oh, that's perfect.
Much better.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, go ahead, Alamir.
No, he gladly will offer time to keep an eye on the place while he's hiding. No, he's taking an in-depth interest in making sure he knows all of the cultists. In fact, all of the cultists, pretty much by their voice, by their face, by their mannerisms.
Okay.
He's trying to create, like he's done in the past, identities. And he's trying to pick up mannerisms for the next couple of days, and this is what he's doing for the next 10-day also.
Aha. Very good. So, so one thing that you go ahead and roll an insight check. I know that's not really your thing, but go ahead and
Oh, I'll roll it.
roll one.
Yeah.
Or actually,
That's pretty
you are proficient in insight, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
That's a 15. That is definitely good enough. So, given the amount of information and time, the research that you personally have done, and the amount of time that you've spent talking and studying these people, you have a really good handle on the general hierarchy and the little differences in interactions and behaviors of some of the different levels that you've seen of people within the organization
That are here, of the group that are here. Correct?
right. So but at this point, I mean in general at this point, not that you haven't really seen, you've seen interactions between every single level of people with other levels other than the worm
top.
speakers.
Right. Okay.
So, but from everything from an initiate all the way up to a wearer of purple, you have a fairly clear idea in your head of the different types of interactions, ways to address and talk to somebody of higher and lower rank at those levels.
Okay, I got 3 specific things I'm looking for. if I can go deeper. I'm looking for if there's such a thing as the dragon can't, such as hand signal, words, things that normally passing by words are completely innocuous to a discussion, but it means something.
Right.
Will I be able to pick those type things up with that insight, or is that's even higher?
So I think that just solidifies where your base is as we go into the next 10-day. So if you're focused on this for the 10-day.
That's perfect. And in fact, at one point, just for the heck of it, I am going to try, and I will do it and I'm totally making this a deceptive idea. Go to the camp, the caravan, invisible, and I will try out, such as a voice of somebody who's not there, and call out to hey, Book, I need you to come over, that sort of thing, and see if he actually comes over because of the voice.
Mm-hmm.
I want to attempt to it's deception, but at the same time, I'm invisible and I'm not there when he gets there. That type thing. I just want to see if I can actually replicate, and I might do that a few times to solidify my understanding that I've got that.
Excellent.
Make sense?
So you're looking to practice and test how good you're becoming at mimicking or impersonating some of the other cultists in the caravan.
Correct. He's trying to become what he wants to become, and that's a face.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call them, but yeah, a face.
Very good. Okay. Excellent. All right. So that is what Alamir is doing.
Okay, I'll put that in my notes too.
Spot, do you have anything that you're special you want to do in Daggerford?
No, again, I just try to connect with the kids and everything else like I normally do. Befriend them, try to, help them out wherever I can with whatever I can, giving them food, water, whatever.
So go ahead and make a streetwise check. For anyone listening, I don't think I've ever explained
I don't know anybody in this town. So
wow.
That was a 1.
So there's a good reason for that. But I just want to explain for anyone listening to our episodes. Yes, we're playing D&D 5e, but every single character has one special ability based on their background that is not from the normal list of skills. And so occasionally they come into play, and it gives each character an additional kind of ability, information, skill-wise ability to interact with the world. So what is interesting about what throws you off, Spot, when you try to assess the kind of the layout and how this town works, is that there are children in the streets, but they are all directly there's no orphans. Most of them have like a purpose, and those are just playing. There's specific times that they play. They're allowed to go in certain areas, and it seems not in others. And wherever they go, there's somebody, an adult monitoring them, even whether or not it's any of the kids' parents. This town seems to be a very tight-knit community. It's almost like a microcosm of Hill's Edge, where you would have like one small block of people who knew each other really well, and everybody just kind of acted like an extended family. This entire town seems to be like that. So you would not expect to easily find like an underground criminal element, or like I said, or any homeless, street urchins. Um, it is it is extremely organized, um, and and just supportive, and everybody seems to know everybody. It's not like everybody necessarily gets along. You see some people, who obviously know each other, who just kind of um, choose not to interact. But that's also different in terms of, they're not purposely looking to cause confrontation either. So it is definitely something new and different to you, and a bit confusing into how this society actually works. At least that's the interpretation you get from the first
Totally
evening you're
get
here.
that.
But you are still able to interact with some of the kids, or there's the adults are obviously watching, but when they see that you're looking to help, um, what anything in particular, like how do you interact with the kids when you realize that there's no orphans, and they're all they all have direction.
Um, I don't know if I really would then. I mean, especially if I see people watching over them all the time, and I don't know. I don't think I would do anything extra. I
Okay.
just feel like it's kind of a weird town to me, but I guess it works.
Okay. Excellent. Anything else you would want to do?
No, not really. Not for the amount of time we have.
Okay. Very good. Last but not least, Luna.
I'd be going around two towns, my normal, see if there's any of my type from the different aspects. Also try and get to know I'd be going around the caravan, seeing if anybody doing daily checks. Hey, you have headaches or anything like that. Just try and ingratiate myself still, and see if I can work in anything from that way.
Very good. Okay. Um, roll me 2d10, please. Wow. Yeah. Uh, so you go walk around town, and people are pleasant. You see groundskeepers taking care of, um, especially around the castle. Um, they're groundskeepers. Um, you immediately recognize that there's none of them are um, have any real druidic training or of the order. So when you go back that first evening and you meet people back at the Lady Luck Tavern, you walk in and immediately see a middle-aged human woman with short cropped brown hair, a little disheveled, wearing a simple brown traveling cloak, so well worn leathers and well worn boots. And there is a openly displayed leaf clasp, and she's just sitting there drinking some mead.
I definitely casually walk up, order something, sit down by her, and flash my leaf clasp too. I normally keep it subdued where it's not noticeable.
And she nods, says, "Well, welcome. Um, one thing with my new setup is I do not have my names open. So let me do that real quick. Oh. Actually. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my. There we go. Names. It starts with an N. Imagine that. I don't know why it's taking so long to open. This is ridiculous. There we go. All right. So, her name is Sarathan. So, Sarithan. And she tells you that she's on the way she's on her way back from Waterdeep, traveling back to Golden Fields. Couldn't remember it off the top of my head. Traveling back to Golden Fields, and you have been to Golden Fields in your training, and you know that is for this part of the Sword Coast. That is a hold of one of the it is the only major center of leadership and power for the Emerald Enclave, away from the Sea of Stars and the Isle where you received your initiation. Actually, if you just so you get a sense of where you're at in relation to that, let me drag you over. So on the map, so right now you are in Daggerford, and you're going to, I said she was going to Waterdeep. She's traveling to and through Waterdeep on the way back to Golden Fields. That makes more sense. So you're in Daggerford, going to Waterdeep, and Golden Fields is just to the north east of Waterdeep.
Gotta watch out for giants in Golden Fields.
Yes.
Have I ever met her before or heard of her in my travels?
No, you haven't. She's probably probably the at least the second, if not third rank, within the order. But you know that there are even higher ranking people in Golden Fields.
Okay.
And you do not remember meeting her when you were there.
My insight, she is who she says she is, I'm guessing.
Make a roll an insight.
I would have mentioned a few names and stuff like that.
And any names that you mention, she just put in the name. She seems to be who she is. She knows most of the names that you mentioned, not all of them, but you also know from your travels that most, other than within the higher ranks, not everyone is as well connected within the Emerald Enclave as, say, the Harpers and some of the other organizations. It's a little more regional in terms of its operations. So, and not everyone travels even as much as you have. So,
well, if she's heading to Waterdeep like we are, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I asked if she'd like to join us. Or she has other ways and means.
That, perhaps not this time. I'm planning on leaving tonight. I find it safer to travel the skies as an owl at nighttime.
That definitely makes sense. I do kind of fish to see if she knows of us or what we're doing and what she's doing.
Hmm?
Very gently, casually,
That is
in
a
a
really,
respectful way.
it's a really good question. And she does not. She has not heard of you. So,
Okay.
um, and that kind of matches what you would expect. Because like I said, it's regional. So
Yes.
if there's not an aspect of what's going on that is affecting Golden Fields directly,
They're
uh,
not.
I mean, only the top leaders within the order there would be getting that information, and they wouldn't necessarily share it.
Okay, so here's a dumb question. Is there anyone I'd be wanting to report to at Golden Fields? Hey, we will be arriving in Waterfield or Waterdeep approximately this time stuff,
She
just so they know where we're at.
she tells you, well, not necessarily in Golden Fields, but there are definitely members
I
the
just
order
was
in
asking the
Waterdeep.
DM, not her specifically,
I'm
if
sorry.
that makes sense. And then my
You do not
conversation with,
know. You do not. Yeah, there.
okay,
You would
okay,
not necessarily go out of your way to Golden Fields unless you feel like they could be in trouble for some reason.
yes. So if none of the people I'm reporting to are out there in Golden Fields, I just casually let her know, okay, I expect to be in Waterdeep around this time. If you should happen to be there when I come through there.
Um, she does. She does tell you though, and she's just going like she's. By the time you get to Waterdeep, she will definitely be gone. She's just passing through there.
Yes.
Um, she is planning on. She tells you she's planning on making a report to um, the head of the order in Waterdeep on her way to Golden Fields. And the person in specifically is Melanor Fellbranch.
Okay, so that's somebody I'm definitely gonna want to talk to, ain't it?
Yes, so that is uh, if I can type
Okay.
right there.
I just asked her to let Melindor let her know that, hey, I'll be in Waterdeep, and my greetings ahead of time as I come in. This way she won't be surprised when I come in.
Yep, not a problem. She says, of course, I shall give her your name, Luna, and tell him to look for you.
Definitely wish her safe passage and hope to meet her again.
Yep, and she wishes you the same. Safe journey. Did you tell her anything of what was going on, or you were just?
I'd be gently fishing to see if she knew any of this stuff, so I would drop small things casual as I was looking around to see if anybody was listening.
Like
Does that
what?
make sense?
What do you mention?
Um, if she had heard anything of the raids back in the southeast and stuff like that.
Hmm. So she has heard of raids, because there have been raids north of Golden Fields, and actually she had just been visiting. Actually, she had just been visiting the in the misty forest and the edge of the high moor, and she hadn't really nothing was going on down there. But
Yep.
like I said, she knows of one raid that was happening up up around Red Larch and Tribor.
I would start gently kind of trading information to see if her and I could to see if these were of the same background or purpose.
Hmm. She doesn't know a lot. Go ahead and just roll either. Go ahead and just roll an insight check. Yeah. So she doesn't know a lot, but with your insight and what you know, you're able to put together enough to identify that there are common elements there. And the raids that she's talking about are almost assuredly were conducted in the same way as those in the south that you know of, and um, would be the cult of the dragon.
Okay. And she's not looking into those, she's just aware of them, right?
Right. She's just heard the rumors that there were raids. She knew enough detail, like their focus on gathering treasure. Not, there were some people who were hurt or killed, but only those who were trying to stop the raiders.
Okay. So it sounds like she's working on something totally different.
Well, and
Probably,
like I said, no, she knows of it. That's not anything to do with her current mission.
yes.
Yeah.
I'll ask her if the leader, the Waterdeep, is working on any of that currently.
She'll ask when she gets there, but she doesn't know. Not that she knows
Okay.
of.
I'll follow up at Waterdeep when we get there.
Yeah. All right. Is that it?
At least, yep. Sounds like I got another contact or
Yes,
two.
you do. Okay. So the day of rest goes smoothly, uneventfully, and in the so during the day though, actually, there's one other thing that happens. Everybody make perception checks.
And Tom, one more thing that Alamir wants to do, he needs to make sure that he sketches the teleportation circle for Daggerford.
They don't have one.
Looks like we're in our own little worlds.
Yeah. There is no teleportation circle in Daggerford that you know of, or that you see or find. Were you going to ask around about it?
Yeah, I was going to inquire, especially through most likely if they have a school of magic, but aiming towards more of the scholarly side of the town to see if it's or the non-scholarly thiefy type people. No.
You get the information that you gather is simply that, like, they're so close to Waterdeep,
That's fun.
and there is no powerful mage connected to Waterdeep or other major areas, and nobody really knows. People that you ask or talk to or make reference to that kind of thing to basically just kind of laugh. Be like, why would we need that? So, So Luna and Spot, as you each at different times, as you're hanging out during the day, taking meals, whether it be you're walking around town, kind of going through the marketplace, or going out to the caravan grounds to see how things are going there, or just sitting in the tavern. At multiple times during the day, you see the gnome, Jamna Gleam Silver.
You mean Alamir or and Spot or?
This is just Luna and Spot.
Okay.
Luna rolled a 9.
Oh, my bad. What did I
You were looking
see?
at insight, I think.
I was looking at the first one. So really, Spot, this is just you. This is just Spot. Thank you for clarifying that. So Spot, you notice Jamna really spending a lot of time watching you and the members of the group. Even if you guys don't go out to check on Alamir and Smock and Hef, because Hef, of course, is out there with Smock. She goes out and just kind of, and she just is surreptitiously, quietly watching all of you. She has a quite the interest in your group. She also is not just watching your group, but when she goes out to the caravan ground, spends a good amount of time watching the cultists and studying them. And she doesn't just watch either. She will make small talk and go up and say hi to each of you and just kind of, ask, where you're from, what you're doing, where you're going. Talks about how she's traveling to Waterdeep. Just innocuous questions, comments about the weather. But you get the distinct impression that she is flawlessly taking in every detail about all of you and her surroundings.
I guess I let Alamir know and Jinx, because they seem the two that put the puzzles together and why she might want to know this about us.
Okay. So, that is, so you notice that during the day, you let Jinx and Alamir know, and then the next morning, she is. I didn't do that. I need to fix that. Sneaks a peek, noticing her. Yes. So Jinx, you notice her, and she definitely notices you. So
Alamir's going to approach.
So you were out in the caravan. So you're going to approach. Can we say this is the next morning when you're leaving?
Yeah, and I would be.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's fine. It kind of like a, hey, I saw you were interested in blah 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 blah.
Yep.
Deception, talk, chatter.
And I would be in the vicinity, and I would cast Zone of Truth within 40 feet of her, away from Alamir.
Thank you.
So that it only is going to affect her.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 10 guys on the other side of him.
Ball, bro. Brawl breaks out on the other side. People telling each other the truth.
The caravan can't leave.
Very interesting.
So many marriages ruined.
Oh, that's so bad, but good. Alamir likes
Alright.
it. He giggles. That's a
don't-
60-foot sphere,
Let me see if I can.
10 in each way.
I want to.
Within
said
15
to never
feet.
whisper rolls. Whisper toggle. Never whisper. Let's see if this.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna see if this does it. Let's hopefully. Okay.
Magical zone guards against deception.
What is so? It's a DC 15 charisma save.
Yep.
All right.
And
By the
there's
looks
no
of the
tingle
picture.
anywhere.
Ah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So I think she's gonna speak.
So, I forget. Is it? Do people know that it was cast on them?
No. Even if they fail, they don't know it was cast. It just didn't. Nothing happened. If I remember correctly. Read it
If
up.
they saw him cast it.
On a
Yeah.
failed,
Bippity boppity boop. No.
but I did it opposite of, on the opposite side of
Right. She didn't
Alamir.
see you cast it. That's no
Right.
big deal.
Right.
But is
Failed
there a
save,
feeling?
creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw.
Yep.
Affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such
There
a
you
creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of truth.
Yep. So they are aware.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. So she isn't affected, but
She knows.
Yes.
I had one of those things like she's about to say something truthful, like, why would I say that? And then stop herself and be like, I can't lie. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Alamir, yes. So you approach her.
And the first thing I'm going to be is very just how do I want to go with this? I'm guessing she's not sitting on a barrel. That's just a guess.
No, not at this point in time. Like
Is she leaning up against a wagon? Is she just
So if you
standing
were
out in the
approaching her, she probably was. So was hired as a guard.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't actually give her specific, but let's just say, whoops, I closed that down, didn't I?
Wait, is this the gargoyle the whole time?
Yeah, yes, it is. It's the gargoyle. It's the gargoyle's mate, and that's.
Oh, that went south.
Yeah, things got really weird.
You asked.
Even
That's-
I'm not touching that
You
one.
asked a silly
Oh,
question. I give you a silly
Oh,
answer.
we didn't ask.
I know.
We never actually asked.
So, here we go. So, let's see, right here. Yeah, I believe. So Acrony, the fur and hide merchant,
That's what I was going to look up.
he was one of the people who lost his guard. So he hired her.
So wagon 11. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
So she'd be leaning up against his wagon.
Yeah. Very specifically, she's actually on wagon 12 now.
In
His second wagon.
second wagon. Got it. Okay.
Yes.
So I will approach on foot, and if she's leaning against the wagon or if she's sitting on the seat, either way, I'm going to be I'm going to be open and not joyful, but very positive about the caravan heading towards. Where we going? We're going up to Neverwinter. Yeah, that's where we're going. And then welcome her with open arms and Scottish dances or whatever.
Well, thank you. So,
And then- go ahead.
so what can you tell me about your travels so far? Came from Baldur's Gate, right?
Oh my God, have we been on this caravan for a long time? It feels like weeks. No, we got on back in, and I'm not gonna go to Burnt Dusk, but well, let's go to. We started at, was it Hill's Edge or Earthreal?
What, with this caravan?
Oh no, we met them in Baldur's Gate. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're all the way back from Baldur's Gate, and our butts are really tired. But this has been one fun caravan. I mean, left and right, it's laughs, it's drinking, it's just they're really good people, and I hope you're one that wants to join in and be merry along the whole way. We don't want any scruff muffins around here.
Scruff muffins, huh? So, I have my ways of having fun. I like having a good time. They're just not always the same way other people may enjoy themselves. But I like a good laugh and a good drink now and then.
And he's definitely Elmer's definitely going to react to the good drink part, because he's always the one who's pouring the ale, however good it is or bad it is. He might even whip out a quick one-liner to see if he gets a snicker out of Gemna Gleams Silver.
She'll be
politely laughing, or
yeah, she does a polite but a heartfelt laugh. Sure.
Okay. So now I'm going to do it because it's the only thing I can do right now. I would like to take an insight on her reaction to not the questions and not the laughing at the stupid joke, but just how, and I know the zone of truth doesn't exist, at least I don't know if it does or not, and just ask and see how I feel about her answers, about how she's responding to some of these.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your insight. Let's see. That's really good. So
I'm looking for underlying deception. That's my insight.
You don't get a sense of deception. Like,
okay.
She's being very, but what you do get with your 20 is that she is being evasive. She is acting, she is information gathering without giving anything in return.
Okay, so that'll turn. Elmer is going to ask two more things before he's going to turn away and be not rude, but rude. One, he's going to ask, so what makes you join this merry band that's heading towards, and he's going to say, Neverwinter. And two, he's going to ask, not what do you bring to this, but how does someone so small sign up to be a guard? And as she answers, he's going to turn and walk away to see if she has to yell out an answer or if she chooses to hold her tongue.
Interesting.
I am trying to get her goat.
Yep, absolutely.
Do I need anything, or are we just going to leave it at that?
If she rode a goat.
If she knows what a goat is, exactly.
Yeah. So,
she might be riding a goat. She's only like 4 feet tall. Is she elvish?
No, she's gnomish.
Gnomish? Okay, so she did ride the goat in. Okay.
And you're trying.
How
trying
would
to
she
do it
react?
pure. So go ahead and roll
Performance.
a persuasion.
Persuasion? Either one, same thing. Thanks. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Daddy sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
Good thing my back was to her when I did it, because I can't really. I'm laughing the whole way away.
Yeah. You turn your back and you walk away, and you very faintly behind you hear this, just faintly.
Okay.
And then you don't hear anything else.
Works for me.
And at some point, if you look back, she's gone.
Okay. I'm trying to find out who she is by not finding out who she is. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Sounds good to me. So Jamna hates me now. That's one. But I have the cultists. They love me.
Mission accomplished.
Yes. My body's going to be fine with my throat slit. Got it.
Very good. All right.
Okay, so now the day of.
So now, actually, do I still have everybody over here? I do. Let's go. Let's get in the caravan. So that morning, everybody gets back on the road, again, and heading on the last leg of the journey to Waterdeep. So we know what Alamir is doing.
And I'll be right back while you figure in
Yep.
the rest.
So Alamir is working on essentially cult mimicry is what I'm going to call it. Mimicry, understanding as such. Luna, I don't think you've ever gone first. What would you like to do this 10 day?
Oh, I went first before, but I'd be trying to get closer to the cultists by offering my services. Just trying to get to know them better and then seeing if anything slips up.
So in what way are you?
And if I do happen to slip them a herb that makes their tongue a little bit looser than normal.
So
I'm
you're
fine with
going
that,
to
too.
you're attempting to make friends.
Yes. And if I find some happy herbs to give them, like mushrooms and stuff, if they're in pain.
Okay.
Is that a possibility?
Well, let's kind of work this out. So you have more opportunity now. I guess we're going to come back to you. I think that's what's important with the direction that this is taking is to start with Smock. Because one of the important things that is going to happen this 10 day is this kind of rearrangement of guardian formation. So how is that going to work, Smock?
So we'll try to have two people walking between the wagons. So like if you got the top view, or I guess explain it with on there, and it would be two people wagon, then two people, then wagon, and just the person in the wagon steering the wagon.
Here. Okay, wait a minute. Go. Explain that one more time, please.
Wagon two, and then everybody else circling at a slow trot around the wagons. If you can do the top view like you've shown before.
Okay.
I could.
Well, let's actually. Oh man, I got rid of that, didn't I? Let me get it back.
So what
real quick.
So what you're saying is a wagon two-step.
Pretty much, yeah. Wagon, two people, one kind of just on the outside of each wheel, and then horses right behind those people, and then so on and so forth all the way through, and then whoever's left over just kind of walking along, going forward and backward between 2 to 3 wagons. How many total wagons in this thing?
15.
15.
Okay. Let me do something here. Let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then let's go ahead and do that or this. That's not big enough. So let me just want to get some here. Let's do save here. Okay. And now let me drag everybody down. So we're going to look at this.
Don't drag people down. Bring everybody up.
Okay. So, so you're saying that so people are kind of rotating around. Is everybody is like 2x2 or?
I was going to do single file, but if I take it the road is big enough to go 2x2.
Right. So the road is big enough to go 2x2, not 3 across. So and so far, Samardag has put everyone except for himself in the lead next to each other so that you're not spread out over a longer distance, which is harder to protect.
Mm-hmm.
So up until this point, everyone has basically just kind of, been at their or close to alongside the wagons that they are hired to protect.
Okay.
And I need to, and actually this guard right here, I need to actually add. So down here next to, in between Jinx and Luna and Alamir, is where Jamna would be walking. So
Okay.
I will. I need to add.
So if we're on maximum protect, my suggestion would be there's no guards in any wagon, and we just fill in with more out of the wagon walking.
So you want to have numbers always showing. You don't want to have any kind of rest swapping out where people are resting.
If we're walking, shouldn't matter. If we're jogging, it's a different thing, right? Doing a whatever the. What is the rate of the caravan?
How fast it goes?
Speed, yeah.
Speed.
Yeah.
I believe it's traveling around. Actually, it's been.
15.
You've helped it pick up speed, but it still only goes like around 12 to 15 miles a day.
So it's probably at a turn movement speed of 10 feet per turn, 15 feet, not 30.
Yeah. And that's because just because of the you're lugging the carts themselves. You're not going as slow as you would if it was oxen, but even the horses would tire pretty quickly if you tried to get them going much faster.
Right.
And of course, you have some of the goods, such as like the ceramics, are pretty
fragile.
Pretty fragile. Yeah.
Okay.
This road sucks from Daggerford and wherever.
So the only suggestion I would have is double up as far as between each of the guards, and then that way you have more boots on the ground, literally.
Okay. So really, what you're doing is like you're spreading the guards out more.
Adding right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
They're closer together, but they're all walking. Right.
Okay. So kind of doing like this, right?
Yeah, it puts the guards in between the wagons instead of straight outside.
Yep. Got it. Okay.
It's a walking tactic. It works.
Yep. And probably then one guard over here, and then the horses, then the people on horses. So the 8 of you.
Yeah, I'm not on a horse.
Right, but there's still 8 people on horses.
Oh, true. I guess. Is the gargoyle at least going to join by flying?
No, the
That
gargoyle
would be
not.
helpful.
Yeah, if we had Ariel, come on.
You
Somebody
can't.
had a familiar.
The gargoyle. So the gargoyle just kind of stares at you, and does not
Probably
talk.
morphs into a bird.
Stony
Then
face.
I'll just send him a message. Fly up, please.
Les Fierro just kind of like he's like,
I don't
"I'm
think it's a
sorry."
gargoyle.
He does not.
He's very
do
hard-headed.
other than guard this cart. That is his goal, and it is as
What is
much
in
as you
this
can
guy's
get him
cart?
to do.
What is in this cart?
Looks at you, stony
Lasmere.
face.
Last year.
I don't think
Cargo
this is gonna.
unknown. Cargo unknown. Okay.
I don't think this is gonna work too well. And Jenna's gonna definitely sink in this mud.
Gemna? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where she came about. All of a sudden, she just appeared, but she's too small.
She's not even. Oh, there she is. Okay.
Yep, she's down
The
there.
horse is gonna eat her.
So, all right.
If at any time I wound up next to Jenna, I might say hi and try to get to know her and figure her out.
I'm gonna send a message to her.
Yeah.
Does she want to borrow a horse?
Huh. So,
First you piss him off, and then you be your friend. You see, it's double tactics of total
that's
just
an
stupidity.
interesting question.
Her legs are too short; they can't go in the stirrups. I know.
Where did? Oh wait. Where did
She can
She
go
can ride on your
side
back.
saddle. Yeah, side saddle.
That is true. Or stand on the saddle for a week.
So.
And she's like Annie Oakley.
Where did those go? Come on, get down there. Okay. She. I just curious. Man, that's not bad. She responds. Sure, why not?
So before we start walking, I'll bring. Unfortunately, I passed her. She's so small I couldn't see her. There you go.
Yeah, and she'll hop up on the horse. She thanks you. And now there are 7 people on horses.
It's because it's the need of the caravan guys. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Sure,
suggest that
you're
she rides
spitting
up
on her.
further then. It looks like she
What?
would be better up if she moved up in the middle of the pack then, what you think?
That's up to Luna. That'd be up to Luna and.
Well, so here is kind of how
Nichols.
this would work then, is if you spread out, there's a little
Just-
more spread out. So, so you're all traveling. We'll just kind of say you're kind of like all patrolling around now, right? That was
Yeah.
that was your
Yes.
plan, Smot.
Yes.
Smot, roll me a D10, please.
Nobody knows how to do military formations. Oh, that's good. Okay, whew. Thank you.
So 5, 6, 7, yeah. This is really going to be pretty close. I'm just going to move Naren out of the way for now. And I'm just doing this for a very specific reason. Don't worry about it. Don't pay attention to
Suddenly, all the horses disappear. Rotation.
yes. So what I'm doing is just we just randomized positions. And basically everybody just kind of ended up close but not quite where they normally would have been. Okay.
Oh, good. Jinx is next to me. Good. Keep an eye on the one up there.
All right.
So where's Mock? Still.
And we'll go ahead and bring us back up to the caravan. Hello.
I know that's bothering me on the point and rear guard.
Sucks for you
It's
too.
just-
So, the first day walking around, and actually, so now that we've done that, let's go back. So that Smocket, I guess let's completely finish with you during this 10-day. In addition to coordinating this new defensive pattern, what else are you looking to do, if anything?
Well, I would be going up and down the line and just inspecting all the wagons, listening to the noises of the wagon wheels and everything, seeing if everything seems in a good state of repair. And I would do everything I can to use inspiring leader on random people, and just to so that everybody feels a sense of camaraderie, and to inspire a person in as many of the wagons as I can, and in the hope of gaining more trust and just trying to help people. If anybody has a limp or an arm that looks like it's injured or anything, or any kind of weird disease, I of course would use some lay on hands to help people,
Mm-hmm.
and all that kind of stuff. So it would be as benevolent and positive as I can, including to the cultists. Just throwing no shade at anybody.
Excellent. So
No favoritism.
You've already used persuasion, but you're doing like inspections, using
Inspiring.
inspiring leader. So
Yeah, and then I haven't done anything with athletics, and I'm trying to figure out what I could do with athletics.
He shows off his muscles.
this
Yes.
this would be a really appropriate time to do insight.
See if they're getting it.
Yep.
Okay.
So the inspiring leader, the best leaders have insight into the people around them.
Do we know what the weather's like, Tom, while he's rolling?
That is a good question.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But now Tom has to roll 62 times for each of the people in there.
I'm
No.
fadacked. I'm fadacked.
Okay. I have not transferred over my weather yet. I need to do that. So the weather is, it is foggy. It's a little colder than normal. So it's probably in the mid to upper 60s. Pretty foggy. Looks like there's some clouds in the sky, but not in danger of raining. Because now you're traveling really close to the ocean, and
For those that are cold or look cold, I'll be prestidigitating warm.
very good.
Warm. Not that they need to be
All right.
dry.
So Smock, you not going to worry here. Don't worry about this too much. So you've done a good job with your inspiring leader and your inspections, but you haven't really made headway in terms of the headway that you would maybe would have liked in terms of solidifying yourself as a leader in relation to the cultists. I assume that's kind of would have been part of your goal.
Yes.
So we're gonna do a red, because that didn't quite succeed in that aspect. But I am going to do a green, because you were doing inspiring leader, and have gotten people to work together a little more. So there's an element of cooperation that has increased. All right, back to Luna. Luna, you're looking to make friends, and you have more opportunities than you would have before, because you spend the days now, kind of, other than the people on horses, having opportunities to talk to more people as you slowly rotate and patrol. And then, so what is your tact? How are you trying to go about this?
Pretty friendly, easy. If I see somebody hurting or any way, shape, or form, I come up, talk to them, see if there's anything I can do for them. And if any of the leaders are hurting, I'll provide them some herbs that might help them in more than one way.
Yep. So
this character just took a turn I did not expect.
So I think that what would work best here, you could choose to either do survival, or now that you're fully proficient, you could use your herbalism kit.
Either one will work for me, so you pick.
Do survival.
Okay. Wow.
Okay. Yeah,
At least make some people feel better.
You do, but not the people you'd really like to get to know really well. The cultists are still very standoffish, and they do seem to be most apprehensive around you and Smock. And given the history, and you and Smock have been the most. We're the most recognizable opposition, going all the way back to Greenest. So that does make sense to you.
If it should come up anyway, I just kind of pass off. Things that happened in the past. I was working for different people at different times, so I was just trying to fulfill the job I had been put into.
Certainly.
That kind of makes sense?
It does. It does.
This way they're not thinking that, trying to prevent animosity and build bridges.
Yep. And you don't feel any actual animosity, just apprehension. They're just not willing to let you get that close.
Yep.
They're not necessarily polite, but they're not rude.
They're standoffish. I'll
Yes.
still help them anyway.
Very good.
And I pull Cyanrat's head out of my bag of holding and say, "I killed him. I killed him. Ha ha ha."
Do you honestly,
Okay.
do you
Kidding.
really still have that?
No.
Okay.
No. But I wished I did.
I don't know that guy.
It's in my bag of holding. Sorry.
Excellent. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
So, who would like to go next?
During our rotations, and we're doing this in our constant rotations and everything else, and I'm assuming we're not literally constantly changing formation. We go to a spot, we're at that spot, we're literally constantly doing it. I saw him shake his head no.
No.
I'm confused.
I'm shaking my head yes, saying as in no. You wouldn't be constantly changing. It would just it would be like changing of like guard positions is how I'm looking at it.
So anytime I'm close to it was Fidharla that was checking us out before. That's part of the cult, right? I may have mispronounced her name.
Wait, you're talking the gnome?
No.
Who? Or you're talking?
It was the
one who first noticed you, right?
Yeah, isn't that Fidharla?
Fidharla, yes.
Fidharla?
You
Okay,
got
I totally destroyed the name. Wow. um, so we have a new gang member, a member of our crowd or whatever, and I'm going to try to continue to gain some kind of favor from the cultist and try to point her out as I think she's a very seedy individual. No, I don't know much about her. I just know she's a lone gnome and she's look at that. She has silver teeth, it says in your comments. What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No. Gleam Silver does indeed have
I'm gonna
two front teeth. Her two front top teeth are made of silver.
perfect. I'm going to just sorry, we're just gonna try to get her attention off of us a little more, and hopefully she spends some more time watching her. Just because I don't trust that little girl, and here's the thing: I have no reason not to trust her.
They have those will conduct electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So I will deceive her into.
Metal?
I'll try to deceive her into believing that Jamna is the person that she should really not trust. Again, she's brand new. I figure it's going to be the easiest person to do it to.
Okay, so this is interesting. So go ahead and let's see. So you've already done persuasion.
Yep. And I was, mind you, I don't know anything about this lady. The only person who knows anything except for the person who brought her attention to me is whatever. I don't know enough. So
that makes sense that you would be doing deception this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know enough about this person, but
all right. Go ahead and see.
I spin the lies. Like I'm spinning golden thread.
Yes,
You put the dagger in her hand.
Out of I'm spinning golden thread out of straw, just like you did in the fairy tales.
There are truths in your own mind.
Yeah. So as we've been doing, so a crit gains 2 green.
You
So
can crit.
she is when you after you are done, like having your conversations with Fedurla about Jamna. You see her really watching the gnome closely, and then she goes over and talks to no, not him, Naren, her boss, and they both begin watching the gnome very closely. And that in the evening, you will even see, the gnome kind of flits around and sometimes disappears. But you notice that there are now. Go ahead and roll a d8 for me, Jinx.
A D8, huh?
Yes.
1 D8. 1. Just 1.
Okay. There is.
Can't roll much worse.
So, and then I'm going to roll another one. Okay. So that makes it Rumud. So they put the guard that you know as Rumud, who is
I heard Roomba.
He is the guard for that was used to sit in the first cult wagon, and he is tasked, you notice, with watching her and following her around. Interesting. All right. Is that it? I think that's it.
Yeah, I believe that is a good enough move on my end to try to keep their attention off of us.
Absolutely. And Spot.
I just doing my normal stuff, trying to build camaraderie and play the games and stuff. So I'm not in a need to roll. I won't roll. I don't have a whole lot of stuff for
That's
that.
cool. So, okay. So here we go. So we have, for the first time, we have 3 green and 2 red. So the first thing I'd like to do is, let's go into the second, the first morning on the road. It is, it's that very first evening. Would you say, Jinx, that first evening was when you started your campaign against Jamna?
Yeah, I would have been kind of using it as a get-go right from the get-go, just because she's brand new before she can prove herself, and I can at least use it later on, possibly to make them look at her instead of Smock or one of the other more nefarious individuals.
Okay. The next morning, she approaches your camp and kind of, just as you're sitting down to your morning meal, she looks around to kind of see who is and isn't watching, and puts her fingers to her lips in a shush. And then she reaches over, let's see, and Jinx, she reaches over to grab your bowl of gruel, and she kind of like nods at you to let her have it.
Spit out what was in my mouth of the gruel back into the bowl, and I hand it to her. I'm like, have it. It's gross.
So, well, she takes her dagger and she puts it in the bowl and she begins to fish around, and then brings up with the dagger. She you see this little white thing, and she says, "It's a sliver of bone, curled into a circle so you can swallow it in a mouthful of gruel without noticing. Once eaten, it slowly uncurls inside you, exposing needle points that pierce your guts and kill you very slowly. I suspect they're in all your breakfasts." And she puts down the bowl and she turns away and looks back. As she walks away, she says, "Let's talk this evening."
Did I see her sleight of hand that into the bowl?
Roll a perception check.
But you said it was in all of our bowls, meaning the group's bowls, or
Yes, she insinuates that there are those bone spurs in all of your bowls.
Did we all just see this?
Mm-hmm. She
And
did
here?
it in front of all of you.
I didn't see anything, I don't think.
I definitely start fishing around in my bowl.
You can make
With an
perception or investigation checks.
how about just
Okay.
a finger in the bowl check first to see if it's in there?
Yeah, you can do that. So investigation checks then with the finger in the bowl.
Well, just to find it, shouldn't we just be able to feel it?
It's like
It's
a
not an
needle in the
investi-
haystack kind of thing. It's like
I thought it was in a little
It's a
bowl.
very small. It's a very small sliver.
Okay.
Where did we get this food from?
So like there's a general like each morning there's a couple of different of the teamsters and guards that like take turns making meals, and to your knowledge, actually, the cult makes their own stuff. and so that doesn't usually cross over. You all look around trying to find spurs in your bowls, and you don't find any.
I pop it out or whatever, and if I need food later on, I'll just dig out a ration that's been some dried beef or whatever I have later on. Because looks like I have a few rations left. I think I'm okay.
Alamir wants to try something. He wants to try and create the what the stomach of a being, because he wants to see this thing grow. Has he ever seen such a thing? Is it more of a thievish, nefarious type deal, assassin, or is it magical? That's what he's trying to figure out, because we have the sliver that you have, correct, Jinx?
Yep, and then we all look at Smock, wondering if he would know.
By the way, Tom, the reason I rolled perception is to see if I could have seen her put it in there.
There you go.
I saw a hand.
Ah, okay. So yeah, everybody, you were all watching. So Luna, you are fairly confident you saw the sliver of white, the small little tip of sliver of white, attached to the end of her dagger as she put it in the bowl.
I quietly let my group know what I think I saw. And I look over at Jinx. You want some more gruel? And would I know this bone spur from anything?
Yeah, I mean, that's to everybody.
Yeah. So for the bone spur, you can roll either history, I don't think I would do history, streetwise, and the other thing nobody has, so that would be the two things.
So not nature or survival.
So this isn't something that perhaps not that I need to know this, but the Zentarum would be of used.
That is a really good. That is a good, very good question. As a matter of fact, yeah.
I'm only asking because I got factions and politics.
Yeah, your faction and politics would cover it. Yeah, no, you can use factions and politics. Yes, go for it.
I'm not sure how much I would actually know about that particular group, in character-wise. I'm pretty mediocre.
Just for Spot, did you want to roll a streetwise on it?
No.
Okay. So Alamir, with nobody really has heard of this before, except for Alamir. You've heard stories, Alamir, of things like this being used. They don't. It's not something. It's something that can kill, but like when she said very slowly, yeah, it's very slowly. It creates internal bleeding, is what it does, and eventually can cause complications, or the body can take care of it in some instances.
But would it be found more of an assassin's type weapon, or just a irritant type weapon?
No, it's more than an irritant. It is something that would be used by not necessarily. Assassins might use it hoping for the unobtrusive kill.
Gotcha.
As long as they have patience. So yes, it could be an assassin's weapon. It's just not 100%
effective.
Efficacy.
Gotcha. Okay.
It could just cause diverticulitis.
Gotcha.
All right. So anything. So that evening, uh, as people are kind of bedding down, she comes over to you guys outside your tents, and she says, "So, are you ready to talk?"
And Alamir's going to say, "Sure,
About
of
what?"
course." I'm still waiting for the answers.
Well, look, we don't work for the same people, but we're on the same side. We share the belief that the cult of the dragon must be stopped. I need to know what they're carrying in those wagons and where they're taking it. So will you help me find out? Or I assume you don't know, do you?
Oh no, not at all.
My
Yeah,
question would be, who does she work for?
not giving up anything right now. Too soon.
Do you ask that, Luna?
Yes, I do. Since she says we do not work for the same people, then I want to know who she works for.
She's a pottery merchant, isn't she?
I work for an organization similar to those I imagine you do, but we're not always aligned. But in this case, we we are concerned, more than concerned, about what the cult is doing. And they must be stopped. So, if you don't know where the wagons are going, what's in the wagons and where they're going, will you help me find out? We can do it tonight.
Yes, Jenkins.
How do you plan to go about this?
I just need a distraction. I've got, and she looks over her, kind of glances over her shoulder, kind of like she's stretching a kink out of her neck, and looks back and at a place where Rumud can be seen watching her from around the corner of a tent. She goes, "I need a distraction to keep him busy so that I can go and check one of the check the contents of the wagons, unless one of you can do it easier."
So I do have a question directly for DM.
Uh-huh.
Given all in my party, and I know who they work for and I work for, can I surmise or put together who she might be working for that
Yes.
might not always be aligned with us?
And my apologies. I know that not all of you are as knowledgeable about Faerun, Forgotten Realms. So what she is alluding to, in that would be clear to everyone in everyone's head based on your knowledge, is that she works for the Zentarum, the Black Network. Yeah, you can call them the Black Cats, sure.
I just called that because of her hat.
Would they be something that'd be a natural enemy to me or just not aligned?
There are many times. Here's the simple thing that you know very well is that the Zentarum are opportunists. They will often do illegal, even what many would categorize as evil deeds for the gain of power and money. They're and money to them is just a form of power. Gaining power is the number one goal of the Zentarum and all its members.
Okay.
Everything is a means to the end, and they not all members are necessarily evil, but lawful evil to neutral evil would be the general. I'd say actually neutral evil, because there's a lot of both chaos and law within the structure of the organization. But the organization in general could be categorized as the alignment of evil.
They're out for the betterment of themselves, no matter what it takes.
Exactly. They do not
Sometimes
care. They do not care about other people or society.
Well, I'm not saying this out loud to her, but I'm thinking this could use this a couple ways. Either use her to figure out what's in there, or use her and in turn, and somebody maybe radar, hey, I think she's about to do this, and then grace ourselves with the other wagons. You see where I'm going with that? Two different ways we could use this.
Yeah. You're not in a position to be able to coordinate that information with your companions right now.
So I'm going to sit back and not say any more and listen, see what they got to say.
Does anyone respond to her?
I mean, it's possible that they have more work for us, and in the end, isn't that good for us to have the money income? I'll be honest, I'm more worried about the fact that one of theirs is listening regardless, and I already just tried to say I was trying to make money before with that one guy, so that's what I'm going to go with.
She gives you a strange look. I'm fairly certain I know who you all are. You're not truly that concerned about making money off this, are you?
I look at my pouch and I kind of tap it, and I'm like, well, it is a bit light.
I ask her what she's making off this.
Are you looking to pay us? Yeah.
Well.
Are you being mean to the DM again?
Well, that's fine. I make plenty of money. I always will take more, and no, I'm not hiring you. So,
okay, well,
I guess I shall find a way to do this on my own. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
I smile and I should turn her back.
All right.
I'm going to send a message to Smock, even though you're sitting next to me, and it's basically going to say, shall we inform Nafar, the head of the leader? I want to get his name. Naren. Should we inform Naren of the possible goings-ons? That's 20 words or less right there.
Yes.
I mean, in all honesty, they are, quote, our enemy. But isn't it the enemy of our enemy is our friend? Or is it the friend of our enemy is a friend? Or is it the enemy of a friend's our enemy?
3 negatives is still a negative? What?
Exactly.
Enemy of an enemy could
Peanut
still
butter.
be an enemy.
Exactly. So if he says yes, since I can do this as it's a cantrip, I'm going to do that to each person. So as we're talking, I'm going to be asking now to Jenkins. Do I inform the leader?
So just something to keep in mind for when you're using the message cantrip. You still have to whisper.
Oh, is it verbal?
It is verbal. I'm pretty positive.
You're right. It is. There's a V. Yes, there is some verbality.
Yes.
It is verbal. So, but I will do that, and when I do, I'm going to be doing it with my hand over my mouth,
What language, though?
coughing. Yeah.
Can't be
So
any language.
it can be any language I want because I have I can understand any language. But so for Smocks, I know he just speaks common. He's not Elvish or Sylvan. Pretty much I'm screwed. It's gonna be common to everybody because I don't speak Giant. I can understand any language, but I can't speak
it. And not that you can't do you can do this perfectly fine, but I just want to clarify something before this comes up again in a different situation. The helm of comprehending languages only gives you the ability to understand. Does it give you the ability to speak?
That's what. No, it does not give me the ability to speak. I know that.
I just want to make sure. Okay.
That's why I said you can reply in any language.
Okay, got it.
I just can't send it in any language.
Perfect.
Okay. So yeah, I have to just whisper in common. And it basically we inform Naren of what's possibly going on. So I got my
Seems so
Smock answer.
appropriate for evilness.
It does, doesn't it? So what is Jenkins' response?
My smirk is a yes.
Okay.
When I do, I smirk in Elvish. I
Okay.
just,
You an Elvish smirk? Okay. Speak Elvish, so that works. Luna, same thing. With your chip in your mouth, yes.
This Gouda cheese, get it right.
Oh, Gouda cheese, okay. And Spot. And not that you know what the others said.
I would probably just nod.
Okay. Then I'll send a message to. Now before, didn't you get? No, you did it with this number 2 in command. So I will not send it to him. I'm going to send it to her.
Okay.
Fridella. That sounds like a cheese.
Cheese? Cheese?
So what is it that you tell Fidurla?
Gnome chick. What the heck's her name? Gnome chick. She doesn't like me.
Oh, wonderful.
Gnome chick.
Graven something silver. I'm trying to look in the thingamajiggies.
Yeah.
Where is she? Green Asthma, Gemna, silver.
As he's figuring that part out, I just want you to know the reason why I didn't mind getting caught is I literally wanted to do it just so I could say, well, I just want to see how much you
Yeah,
know.
I'm looking under
you're
people,
rich.
and it hasn't been. I don't have any silvers. Black. The caravan for Dallas, Sounder. Yeah, she's not in the caravan as a handout.
Yeah, she is. She's after.
Where is she?
She's the second in command.
No, not for Dala. The name of the gnome. The.
Oh, the gnome. No. So no, the gnome is not in there yet.
Okay, then just whatever her name was, I'm going to say.
Look
Her
in
name
the
is
chat.
Jamna.
It's Gamma.
Jamna Gleam Silver.
Oh,
Gemna.
she's in there.
Gemna.
Look in his chat.
I'm
Your
looking.
chat.
Oh, in chat. It's that. Okay, I was looking in the handouts.
She also is in the Chapter 4 player handouts.
That's what I just looked at. Gemna.
Yeah, almost the very
Oh, there
bottom.
she is. Gleam silver. Okay, Gemna. That wasn't how I was spelling it, but okay. I had a Y in there somehow. My message to Federla is Gemna isn't who she says she is. Keep your wagons protected tonight. Yeah, that's under the 20. Okay.
Yep, that certainly works.
Do I need something?
No,
You just want to see how this works, don't you? Yeah, okay. seconds. It's like, it wasn't my fault.
Uh,
Let me know how bad this goes. I gotta go. I'll be right back.
yep. So, what was I doing? I think. Okay, that was close. One sec, I just have to fix something here. Okay. So Alamir hears back in his head. That is good to know. Thank you. We shall do so. And Jinx, as you attempt to pick the pocket of Jamna as she turns to walk away, she reaches back, catches your wrist, and from underneath her jacket, pulls out a dagger, and just, she doesn't thrust it towards you. It's like just brandishes it and narrows her eyes. And what was it you said?
Honestly, that makes everything I do even more. I smirk when she catches me, shrugging. I just want to know how much you had, how well off you were. The fact that she brandished a weapon made it even better for me. Honestly.
She lets go your hand, and has a look of disgust, and turns, smoothly putting the dagger back away, and briskly walks away. So, all right. So the next morning, caravan's taking off again. It's the middle of the 10-day. And you're traveling north along the trade road. Scattered trees to either side, and there are about 20 feet away from the road, there's little embankments, and about another 20 feet out, there's some more embankments. So you're kind of in a small little ravine, a casual ravine, with trees and bushes along the edge scattered about. And I need everyone to make a perception check, please.
Maybe butterflies I can look at now. I continue to see the butterflies.
If we're going into a natural choke point area, I'm going to be more on guard anyway.
I need to...
And the way you explained it sounds like a natural choke point.
It... Not any more than some others that you've been through, but yeah, it does lend itself to the potential ambush point. Which is why I assume people would be on the alert, so you get clear perception checks that you can make. Let's just do, just because Hef hasn't rolled anything in a while. So Luna and Spot, as you are all, actually, let's do this. So this should be exactly the way that we had laid out before. Yeah, I put it in pretty good. Not everyone is actually squared up, but close enough. Wait, she needs to be over. Okay.
Looking at this, it looks like we are in the bottom of the ravine, you said, right?
Yes. Yes, you are. So Luna and Spot, where are you in relation to each other?
I'm on the left
Spot, lower
side.
left.
Farthest away
Ten.
because we're both concentrating on keeping a watch.
Yep.
And they're both on the left.
So up on the ridge directly above you. So Spot, you look up there and you see movement in the tree, and underneath the tree are some large bushes. So you see movement up there, and you clearly note. You see an orc. Luna, the same with you, peeking out from one of the bushes. Head just kind of peeking up above, taking a quick peek. You also see an orc peeking out.
Okay. Since the people closest to me, I know all these guards should speak Draconic, right?
You probably assume so.
I would say first, yeah, don't look, but we have orcs up there watching us in Draconic, and then I'd fall up in Common. Because that should catch their attention. Me speaking Draconic to them.
And Spot, what do you do?
I inform everybody around me. Orcs in the bush. Orcs in the bush.
And as you both yell out your warnings, which keeps everyone from being surprised, the bushes come alive, and from out of them, from both sides, come scores of orcs.
Wait. So the bushes are alive as well? Or are you saying that they just because they poured out the orcs?
Right.
And you say scores, you mean 20?
Don't let the orcs onto our plan by livening the bushes.
Isn't it a score or candy bar?
Yes, it is.
So orcs are real sweet now, huh?
Yes, they are.
So, yes. So, and there is a war cry goes up from the mouths of all of them. You hear grumps, grumps, and javelins are brandished as they come rushing forward. And I need everyone to roll initiative, please. I'm going to. There is a way to do this, and I need to. How do you? I'd seen this before. How do I do this? Don't want to do that. Can I? Is the control key? No.
I'm glad Luna's horse is in on this.
Oh, no, that just does it that way. But you know what? That's fine, because I actually need. I need one more. I need 5 of them. Yeah, how did Luna's horse get?
What did the orcs say? Since I can understand them, did they actually say get your javelins ready?
No, they were just yelling for glory, for grumps, and similar war cries. Okay. I just need to. I guess I need to. Not going to do that because I don't care about that.
Have to roll half.
What the heck happened there? Not everyone. I don't see Spot.
Yeah, we all rolled our stuff and then forgot to click our thing, I think.
Ah, okay.
That's what I did. I was like, oh, I had to go in there and re-add it.
My dice has a bunch of treasure in it.
So I need to get my brain working properly for this because we're doing something a little
Sorry.
different.
Sorry, Almir. I'm gonna be running off before you can slap me.
Okay. Do remember, Hef and Spot have 5 hit points of maximum hit point increase, and everyone gets 8 temporary hit points.
That was all at the start of the day, so it wasn't part of this.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
How does Hef have
Yeah,
so many hit points up here?
I still
doesn't
have that
look
on
right.
its mind.
It's supposed to be 33. How come it says 46?
He should have whatever his normal is.
His normal
Plus-
is 28, plus 5 is 33.
33 plus 8.
But that still would only be 41.
That would be
Yeah.
it.
He has 13 temp hit points, so...
Yes.
No.
Oh, that's
does
why.
have 13 temp.
I see why. It's the
It's actually-
33 plus the 13 temp. That's what it's showing.
No.
Right.
He doesn't have 13 temp. He only has 8 temp.
Right. 5 max should increase his max hit
Oh, got
points.
it.
Yeah.
I see.
Plus-
So he only
because
has
of
8
8.
temp.
Plus, we
Yeah.
have Luna's horse and Hef's
41.
horse in this fight.
That looks better. Yeah. So, okay. Let me go ahead and we got... Oh, I got Hef's war horse too. I clicked the wrong one there too. Well, as long as somebody's in there. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let me get the... Let's do the orcs. Hello, orcs. How many of these can we do? That is that one. Okay. So initiative. Nice. Initiative. And I'm assuming this one. And this one. And this one, I assume. There we go. All right. That's pretty nice and spread out. Spot, you are first.
Where is Alamir? Because I know he always says, "Don't go running in without me,"
He's almost
even
right
though I hide.
Wait a minute.
I'm right in
Okay,
front of
he's
you
up
by
there.
about 40 feet.
Yeah, but I got to be with 60 for you.
No, 30.
30.
worry.
So I actually
Don't-
got to move up.
No, don't worry. Go do what you want to do. I got this.
I'm just trying to follow the instructions you gave me.
I know, but I don't want you to interrupt your first round to attack. That's all. I think I got this. Let
me just there.
You do what you want to do.
Since-
Alamir will
Since
either find
Tom
you.
made it so easy.
Made what easy?
Oh.
I figured
You
you'd
put
do
him in
that.
a line.
Knock him down,
Hey.
knock him down, knock him down, knock him down, knock him down, knock him down. Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 feet. So
Before you attack, roll a perception.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an illusion.
could
Or
very well.
insight.
There's a giant hyena to your back
Let's see,
left.
Spot, you could do...
No, that works.
Oh, yeah. So, Spot, you come running up along the side of these orcs with your, you're half orc yourself. You're very familiar with the physical characteristics of the race. So you note something very interesting as you approach them. They are all teenagers. Now, not that that's not adults in orc culture, but they're all probably, most of them look like they're around 15 to 17 years old.
Great, they're on a beer run.
So
Or they're the distraction.
I don't even need to do a bonus action to know these guys are all going to drop. Well, if I hit them all, maybe they'll all just run away and leave us alone. So
Oh,
if
no,
they're
it's
attacking
not.
us and they have weapons in their hands, right?
Mhm. These all have javelins. As you come rushing up, you see a couple of them like fumbling with the javelins, looking to grab their swords. They have great axes. I'm sorry, looking to grab their great axes.
They failed javelin.
Yeah, no, I'm doing Breath of the Dragon. Blowing electrical damage.
20 feet, right?
30 feet line, 5 foot width. So 10,
Well,
20.
wait
It's
here.
going to get the 20 in front of me. Yeah, it's not going to reach the others.
Unless there's
So I
something
would've-
hiding.
That should make me 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
And dex saves,
That's-
right?
It's 55 feet, yeah, so I have to use my bonus action as the dash. Yes, bonus, or... Here, I'll roll it. DC 14.
DC 14. So there's a fail, a save, a fail, and a save.
They take half damage on a save, which is 2, or they take 4 damage on their fail.
So the first one and the third one like get hit just full right in the chest and around their upper bodies, and they scream and fall to the ground.
And again, I yell out, Breath of the Dragon, as I do my little wah, and then just blow the breath out of my face.
Okay.
And that is everything I got, because I had to dash. So.
Very good. Luna's horse and whoever's riding it.
Okay. So these up here, do I see if they're armed with javelins or?
They have javelins pulled out, ready to throw, and great axes slung across their backs.
Okay, so I'm gonna go fairy fire on these 4,
Okay,
and they gotta do a dex save 14,
got it.
and then I'm off my horse, transitioning into my wild shape, my preferred one.
It's in the lower left-hand corner.
Okay, you read my mind. I was actually thinking about doing direwolf.
You want to do direwolf this time?
No.
Okay,
I'd considered it, but I did not.
no problem. So
Everything
three of the 4 of the orcs are now wreathed in the swirling violet flames, and everyone has advantage to hit them.
So I'd come up off my horse right about there.
Okay.
And how high is this bank? Is this a bank or a cliff?
That's an embankment. So that's a 10-foot high embankment. It's
Okay.
not that steep. You could run up it.
Okay, so there's 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
And that's all my actions.
That's it.
I'm sure by this point my horse would run back towards the caravan, be trained for that by now, I hope.
Yep. That's fine. Yep. It'll go back. Jinx.
So I just watched him kill a few of those guys. They don't seem like they're that strong of people, do they?
Well, people's an understatement.
You want to use your bonus action to do an assessment?
No, not really.
Okay.
I'm actually, I would, my normal action, I'd be crossing through traffic, and I would run over here, continue to help, keep on calling her Kalahara.
Kashara?
Yeah, Kashara, I keep on calling her Kalahara, like the desert or whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go over here and I am gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern on these guys over here. I should be able to get these 4 and this 1 in that mix.
Okay. So DC 16.
It's only 16 though.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, actually, it's only
Like
5, not the last one, because it was only the first 5. So let's see. We have that one's affected.
Oh, 3 misses.
Yep. That one's affected. And then the last one.
And then I will give inspiration to keep on calling Kalahara.
Kashara, which, oh man.
Calamari.
And I tell her to
inspiration. I already used that for fairy fire.
And then I ask her I tell her, I'm like, aim at the ones that don't look like they're staring off to nowhere or whatever.
Yeah, staring off into space. Okay. Here, we'll do it that way. Okay. And next, I gotta see which group. There's 2 groups that this is. This is, hello, which one are you? How come I'm not seeing which one you are?
It's the top left group.
Well, yeah, but which? Oh, that's because I'm not up there.
Mhm.
All right, so
Go higher.
So it was the 3rd orc, so it's going to be the 3rd group's down. So this group here in the middle, and this group over here in the trees next to Smock. Those are the 2 groups that are gonna go. Oh, so Luna's horse went off. Okay. So I guess these are going to they rush down the hill. So 10, 20. They're going to move 20. They're all going to throw their javelins at Jamna. Hello, javelins. Okay. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow.
Ow.
Wow. So that's actually that first crit though is only 2, so that's 9.
Suddenly there's a firebolt from behind.
9 and 12. That's a good amount. 3 of them striker. Okay, how come Jamna is sitting here incorrectly with hit points? Let me fix it. All right. 9 and 12, 21. And she, you hear her scream out in surprise and a little pain. And then they continue to rush forward. And 2 of them rush up next to her. And the other 2, let's see. Actually, they don't get to go that far. That was 20. They really only get to go to there. So they rush forward like this. And that's their turn. Smock.
What about half?
No.
Or at least his warhorse.
But no, because these 2 groups go at the same time.
Oh.
There's
defensive.
10 groups, and so
Gotcha.
I'm doing 2 groups at a time.
No, I got you. We're in defense still. Got it.
Yes. I need to pull something up here. Smock is not familiar with this because we haven't used it in this campaign yet, but I'm going to be doing, I believe I have it open here, using my mass combat rules to make this simpler. It's a group of 4. So they get 2 attacks with advantage between the 2 of them. And if they hit, if either of them, if they hit, it does max damage. So let us try this. So they rush up and actually with their great axes. They weren't going to bother with the javelins since you're dressed in plate on a warhorse. So we'll do a first one. This is with advantage. Does a 20 hit?
Yep.
Okay. Then that is going to do 15 points against you. And the second attack, is actually going to do... wow, it already did. So 17. So 15 and 17. So 32 total. That really big. So what they are doing is they're actually coordinating together to distract you while they're doing feints and distracting. It's a very well coordinated attack. And that is their turn. I guess now it's Hef's turn. So Hef will go ahead and just attack the ones that he sees up above. He only gets one attack. Oh no, Hef's on the other side. Hold on. I was looking at the wrong one. Wow. Hef, so Hef sees the attacks being made on Smock. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a second attack yet, but he will go ahead and try to attack the one between him and Smock. Hef, there we are. How does this go? This goes like this. Actions. Longbow. And he hits for 11, which is nice, and he'll go ahead and use a superiority die to add damage. And do a distracting strike. So the next attack on this attacker has actually it would have advantage, except
that one.
Yeah, on that one. I'm just trying to think here. No, it's an effective physical attack. So he hits it. It doesn't matter, and he does enough damage. His arrow takes it down, and that's his turn. Smock, your turn.
Okay. I will. My horse will attempt to attack that one with its hooves.
Okay.
10 to hit.
10 does not hit. Does not get through their hide armor.
Okay. I will attempt to hit the same one with my glaive. And a 9 to hit.
Nope, that is a miss.
Yeah. And butt action.
Okay,
17
which one
to
were you
hit.
hitting again?
Same one.
That one on the bottom. You strike it with the butt of your weapon, and it catches it in the jaw and crushes it, and it falls to the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Except somehow it's not. There we go. There we go. Boom.
Okay. And then I am done.
All right. Okay. Now, which group is this? This is the first groups. So we're going to have these four up here. I'm sorry. I forgot to move Hef. Hef was going to move. Hef would go 10, 20, 30, 40. He would move back here. He can't quite get to the other side there. So that's where Hef would move. Wait. How did Hef end up on the GM layer? No wonder.
That's why his horse was doing all the damage.
That's right. That's why the horse was involved in the battle. All right. So now the ones on top. Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's see. They see Samardag, and the gargoyle, they see Hef running away. Hef running away is going to be, so Samardag will be a 1 or a 2, gargoyle a 3, Hef 4, 1, 2, 3, Hef 4, 5, 6. Or Hef, yeah. That's, or actually, actually, the driver, the merchant will be 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, Hef 5, 6. I only wanted Hef to be a 1/3. Well, that was lucky. I thought Samardag was going to die. Here we go. So the orcs, as Hef is running away, these orcs come 10, 20. They come rushing down. 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Only one of them has a usable, has a javelin that they can throw without disadvantage. So they will do so. And hits. And the other 3, we're just going to do another normal attack with a javelin, and it misses. So that is 6 points to Hef.
Be back.
2 back. How come? And Hef's token keeps reverting back to level 1. This is really weird. I'll fix this in a sec. All right. Everyone else kind of goes. So the cultists, the gargoyle sees them coming. The gargoyle actually comes up and swipes out at them. Okay, and I can't do this.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hold the horses.
What?
The gargoyle did something?
The gargoyle is doing something because the gargoyle is there's a threat now. So 18, 14, that's both hits. So the gargoyle takes down 2 of them. And
Don't make the gargoyle mad.
yeah. Right, and then these all rush forward. These guys just are within range, 10, 20, 30. And that really is it. And we'll actually do Jamna in the same time. So I'm just going to make a bunch of rolls here, just like this. I'm going to do 5 of them. Oh, and plus 1 more. So that's only 2 of them. So Jamna moves forward, and 2 of them fall. And we'll say this one. Okay. All right. So on the bottom, so Spot. The two that are left alive will rush forward, right in front of you, and they will each attempt to hit you with a great axe. So you take 7 and 12 for a total of 17, or 19, excuse me, 19 slashing. And on the other side, only 3 of them are, one of them is affected by the swirling colors, mesmerized. 3, 4. So they come rushing with. They see that Kashara is close enough, so they're going to rush down. 1, 2, 1, 2. Actually, this one can't quite get there, so that one will pause on the top and throw a javelin and miss, and the other two will attempt to hit with their great axes, and they only hit her once.
That one that hit goes to hit her. Can I use my reaction? Never mind. I'm not going to.
Okay.
Never mind.
And finally, Alamir.
I'm doing a lot of counting here because I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. This is going to suck. This group has not gone yet, have they?
The fourth group, no.
Okay, then Alamir. Oh my god, what the hell am I going to do here? Alright, you're fine for a while. Okay, so first thing I'm going to bonus action. Let me get to my spells. I'm going to bonus action. It's not a, it's a innate ability. Going to Misty Step. Since this isn't, I don't know what square we're actually in. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. And my actual action at that point is going to be to cast haste on Smock. And then proceed to 5, 10, 15. It's in between the horses, somewhere around
Okay.
here.
Yep.
I'm hiding amongst the horses.
That's fine.
So Smock, you now have haste.
Excellent.
+2 to your armor class. Extra action for attack. No, not your warhorse. You.
Okay, so it's going to be the last and then the second. Actually, there's 2 groups I haven't gone.
And then I go back that way.
Or the fourth.
Did I get hit?
Yes, you got hit for a total of 19.
19?
Yep. By two great axe attacks. All right. So these two look at their companions. Highly unlikely they're going to do anything else, but let's just see. Nope. They ignore their dazed companions and go rushing down the hill.
We'll take them.
They come down about 25, and they both throw their javelins at Kashara because she's within range. And 2 hits. So for a total of 13. And on the other side, these 4 do not have anyone super close to them. They could go down, they could attack the guards, but Spot has already killed 2 of their number and is much closer, so they're going to rush towards Spot. They can't quite reach him. 2, 3, so they're going to kind of rush up into a rough kind of formation. They're all going to throw javelins, and we're going to do this as a coordinated attack. So with advantage, 2 javelin attacks. Does a 19 hit Spot?
Just hits.
And then a miss. So the first one actually does its max damage, so it's 9 points. And that's their round. And the final 2 groups of orcs.
Sorry, I'm not hasted yet, right? So yeah, that
No,
You
you're
are.
not
my
hasted
armor
yet.
class is 7.
Oh,
Huh?
oh, you hasted him.
No, he
I hasted Smock.
Yeah.
Oh,
So my armor class is 17 still.
Okay. We're gonna go Gargoyle 1, 2, 3, Hef 4, 5, 6. And we're going to do it twice because there's 4 of them. They might split up. There's Hef, and there's Hef. So they're all going for Hef. So, and 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a couple of them that can reach him. 3, 4, 5, 6. The other 2 will just come up to the top of the ridge and throw their javelins. So 2 great axe attacks on Hef. 1 hits for 13. 2 javelin attacks. Oh, for another 14. 13 and 14. The token doesn't take into account here. He has more health than this. I need to give him back the 5 because I'm doing this there. And he actually has. No, he has 8 more than that. So let me give him all this back. There we go. So, but Hef is still bloody. And the other side, the final 4. So 2 groups again. Fedurla is 1, 2, 3. Luna is 4, 5, 6. So they're going to split up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 can get up to Luna. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's going to stop here and throw a javelin. And these 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of them are going to throw javelins at Fedurla. So against Luna, a miss and a hit for 6 points. And I'll just real quickly take 10 points. All right, Spot.
Attack the one in front of me first. All my fists are doing electrical damage because I feel like it's an electrical day.
Okay. Yes. The fog would have cleared up a little by now, but it's still a good time for electricity. So yeah, so 8 damage. Okay.
I'm assuming I'm under a big tree, right? So I can see all these guys coming at me.
Yep. And you strike them, and the electricity throws through the orc's body, and it falls to the ground.
Oops, that's not the right one. Don't count that. That's the one I wanted. Now I'm going to roll like crap. 12 to hit?
That just misses.
Okay. I am going to... bonus action patient defense. So I will dodge.
Okay.
Since I put out my hand after I take the one and I miss the second, but I put my hand out and I'm like, come on.
And you stay right there?
Yep.
All right. Luna, you're next.
All right, I'm going to do this like corn on a cob. Start from left to the right. This one has fairy fire on it,
fairy
right?
fire, yep, so advantage on it.
Oh, yes.
You just miss it. It just your teeth, your canines just scrape and run a line down the hide armor, but does not break through.
That's all I got for this turn.
Okay. Jinx. Is there a reason why you're thinking about corn on the cob?
Did that count? Did that count my +1?
Oh, it didn't. No, it didn't. So you hit. You hit and the creature goes down. My apologies.
All right. And then
Yes.
I'm going to second bite to that one.
Yep. Go ahead. Do your rampage attack.
That's why I was like, dang, even with the advantage.
And that does hit as well. And that creature and that orc goes down.
I've turned where I'm facing these 3 directly on.
Excellent. All right, Jinx.
Well, I don't have a lot of arsenal here, but I will attack that one. I'll cast Vicious Mockery on this one right here.
Okay.
Just to try to take one out for a little bit here. Actually, you know something? These guys don't seem to have that much. I mean, they don't seem to be as sturdy as some of the people things we fought in the past, recent past. I'm gonna instead cast Sleep.
Okay.
And I can get these 4 in the bubble, so I mean, doesn't mean that they're all gonna fall asleep, but those 4 can get in the bubble at least. And there is no save; it's just hit points.
What about? And you can't. I guess you can't get this one too.
No, I thought technically including the horse, and I don't know if the horse has less hit points than they do or not, and it goes for the lowest hit points first.
Ah, very good, very good.
I don't mind to do that. I didn't mean to actually cast it that way. I just wanted to roll it. How do I roll it? So 26 hit points worth.
Okay.
This was 4, mind you, so.
Yep. So I know this isn't how this spell works, but I have to do something.
Okay.
I'm going to do this. Okay. So
We're looking for the order.
What's that?
Looking for the order?
No, I'm actually just simply. So your spell actually catches every single one of them. They all that Z you can barely see the Z's. So I'm really just going to let's put something that we can see on these guys. I think we're just gonna maybe a big yellow. There we go. They are all sleeping now.
Beautiful.
They all fall down.
And then I whisper some words of healing to Kalashara.
Okay.
And she's going to take a whole 8 points.
Whoa.
I roll those good.
Nice.
So she gets a healing word, and that's my action, bonus action, and everything else. So I will sit back and go, I did my job.
As the magic rolls over, she sees the 4 arcs fall to the ground and then feels the healing magic, and she looks around and sees you. Says, my many thanks.
You just gotta worry about that one.
You're a boon to be, a great companion to be fighting with. Thank you.
I nod. And then I point back to the one right by her that's still awake.
Yeah. All right. Are we on them? 1, 2, 3. We are on 1, 2. Nope. So these two left by Jamna. So okay, this is where we are going to. Yeah. These orcs in the middle disengage and they begin running. They climb up the embankment, and they disengage to not take attacks, so that's as far as they can go. And then the ones, there's just 2 here on Smock. Not as likely to run because Smock really got hit hard. But nope. But they're smart enough to know that the situation is not looking good, as good as they thought. Actually, on this side, no, nothing's really happened to this group. I'm just gonna let's do a perception check. How aware are they of what's going around? No, they are. They got a good sense, so they're gonna disengage and run. And it is now Hef's turn. They're right. These two are right on Hef, so he is going to take an attack with his longsword. Yes.
I thought. Let me look here at Sentinel.
Oh, right. Even disengage, you get it. You do. You're right.
Yeah, pretty sure.
The
Yeah,
reaction.
unless they have
to stop
Sentinel
one
as
of
well,
them.
which they don't. So you can attack one of them. You get attack of opportunity. You are
Right.
absolutely right. Yep. Go for
And
it.
then one attack is one weapon attack, or one attack is the 2 attacks per action?
It's one
just
weapon
one.
One
One.
weapon attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is it. And you fell him before as he tries to turn and run away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were they lined up so you could spear through them to
Could-
hit the R1? Sorry.
Wait. How much? So. Okay, but you just did 7 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So
You're
he
gonna,
falls to
you're gonna
the
train in cleave, right? So that you can get 2 at once.
I mean, if you
Different
haven't figured
game.
out already, these are mooks. If you do
Mooks.
enough damage, you can kill more than one in a single attack. So you can cleave even without the ability. So Hef is going to take his attack. That's what I was doing. And he hits, and 1 damage is enough.
What?
They're mook. Oh no, not for Hef. Not for Hef, sorry. Hef is only level 3. Hef does not kill it. No, sir. So, but how did he only do 1 damage?
Yeah, doesn't he have +2 to hit, or +2 damage plus that then?
Oh, not
He should get
yet.
strength
For
modifier
damage,
too,
no,
right?
it's straight damage because he only has a 10 strength. So,
Oh.
yep, he just does straight damage.
Why does he have a +2 to hit?
Yeah,
Oh, proficiency mod.
proficiency mod, yes, proficiency
Yeah.
mod.
Is that the wrong way? What? Yeah,
All right,
sorry.
Spock, your turn.
All right. I cannot target my own token. I don't know why. I can target my warhorse, but I
so
cannot
too
target
bad.
my token.
Can you target your token now?
No.
No?
There it is. Whatever just happened, yes.
Okay.
All right. So going back here. So I was right here,
Yep.
and I go back 1, I go back 2, and then I charge, and I trample, and
Okay.
I have to attack to hit. So 21 to hit,
You hit.
and it is 2d6 plus 4. So 12 points of damage
Yeah.
on a mook.
Yep. And you trample him right down.
Okay. And then, so 10, 20. So I'm at 25 feet. And we will go ahead and attack with the glaive.
Yep.
That's a hit.
So
5 plus, I guess.
but it should be a crit too.
So
Don't know why it didn't do the crit.
yeah, I don't know either. So seven damage
So
on that.
So here's the way we're gonna do this. So with so you rush through. So you trample the first orc, and the glaive cuts right through the second one. Your momentum, if you'd like, could carry you up the hill
Okay.
very easily. And as it does, your last glaive attack, you just carry it through almost like a lance, and you take out that first one as well.
Sweet. Okay. I proceed forward. I do my second attack. 16 to hit.
You hit.
9 damage.
Yep. And it falls.
All right. And so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And I attack that one
Yep.
with the hasted attack.
Yes. Hasted attack. I forgot.
Yeah.
That
Damage.
hits.
And a whole 4 points of damage, but I smite.
And it falls with just the 4 points.
Okay.
If you do any
And-
damage against a mook, you kill it.
Okay. And unfortunately, there's nothing to hit other than the gargoyle. And for now, I will refrain.
Okay. But you're on such a great killing spree. It could
Oh,
be.
wait a minute.
Wait.
1, 2, 3. Nope, slightly out of range. I had one little less thing in my bag of tricks, but that was it. Thank you.
Okay. Wow, what a rush. There we go. And which group are we up
I
to
think
now?
Smock likes haste.
The top one. Yeah, things are looking really bad for these guys, and you see the look of uncertainty and fear in their eyes. Oh yeah, and they very clearly assess what's going on, and they double move. So these are going to double move. We're going to do actually that includes that one too. I'll take care of that in a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so that includes this one right here, who looks around. I'm going to actually roll for him a little separately, but no, he's smart. He disengages and runs. On the other side,
Sentinel.
oh, you're right. You also have Sentinel. Go for it.
Oh, yes. All right. And let's see. I screwed up and did not change advantage. I'm sorry.
With the
But
plus
it's
one,
a 13 though.
13, and that's exactly what you needed, so you drop him. He does not get away. On the other side, there's this one, and yes, he runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna rush him up there, and it is now all of the NPCs' turns. The non-named important NPCs. They don't have anyone. They are going to, so Jamna actually will race down this one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they're following, racing, and they cut down these orcs. I'm not even going to roll. There's nothing left down here to worry about. There are these orcs over here. So these Kashara is part of this too. So Kashara will actually, I'm going to do these guards first. They're going to rush forward. Or the one will rush forward. These two will rush forward to attack the non-sleeping orc. I don't think I have... Oh, I do. I have guards over here. Hello, guard. Use your spear. Hit and a miss. And then Kashara will attack. with a short sword. Yeah, so that is enough to take this one out. And then she'll just swipe over at the sleeping one with advantage. Short sword. And kills it. Up here, is there anything left? I don't think there's anything left. All right. So I just need to see which these orcs. You've already used your reaction, so these two orcs are going to run away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running away from Luna. And I'm going to say that when they make it off the screen, they can disappear off into the wilds that they know very well. Alamir.
Even though the one is still glowing.
Yeah, and this one up here, if I go before he goes, I would hunt it down, and I could get there with my horse, and I would kill it.
Yep.
The one in the upper right corner.
No problem.
Because if they're evil, leave none alive.
They're teenagers.
They'll grow up to
but
be
hit
evil adults.
everybody really hard.
Yeah, did you notice that? For teenagers, they were pretty brute.
They are orcs. Come on.
Okay,
I'm
so
just helping balance their
how do we
numbers
get the little
out.
arrow from?
For distance,
Distance, yeah.
it is the one that looks like a
The ruler.
And just do from center.
Be the fourth one down on my
Got
screen.
it. Okay, well, there's 4. I'm shooting 4 magic missiles at these guys.
All right. Then they all drop. Single, like it's like they're the.
It's just zap, 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 zap. They just pop.
Yeah, and it hits each and every one of them, like in the side and the back of the head as they're turning to run. Explode opens their chests up and disembowels the fourth, and they all just fall to the ground.
And you feel guilty for killing teenagers, innocent teenagers.
I never said I felt guilty. I just said they were.
So we're up to, and actually, there's nothing. I don't know that there's anything. Is there anything left other than the dazed and the sleeping ones? I don't think there is.
There's one.
There's one in the bush here.
Oh, there's that one there. Yes. So that one is definitely running.
3 that are running over there, and then the one over by a spot.
So we'll just
Which, if he didn't see his 4 friends just fall, he might just stay there and fight me because he hasn't gotten hit by me yet. So.
Well, he saw everyone. Look at all the dead bodies in front of him.
Nothing to see here. Nothing.
It's only the 3. He's got his back to the other 4 that just fell down. I mean.
And the one up top that's not one. That isn't one of these, so it's not going to go. So all right. So spot.
Boom, boom.
I mean, to make this simple, I don't think there's anything left. If this one on the edge in the upper right is going to get chased down, I guess the big question is the upper left, is anyone going to chase the upper left-hand corner?
I can magic missile them from here.
Yeah, and if not, I would hunt them down for sure.
Does the 13 hit?
13 does hit.
I am non-lethally hitting him then, just to knock him out.
Which,
they're
In
teenagers.
case we want to question him.
Because they're
Yeah.
teenagers.
I mean, then he can give us the way back to their camp if you really want to hunt him down.
oh, this last one here. Okay. Excellent. So there is. I'm just going to.
I just slap him upside his temple and knock him out.
Whack, whack.
Yep. There was a way to do that, and I don't remember how I had that.
Well, in
It
normal
doesn't-
roll, if you say it's non-lethal, it's non-lethal. And if they only have 1 hit point for us, I'd hit him. He's
I'm just
just
going
knocked
to do
out.
that. He's knocked out. Okay. So, if you don't mind me finishing it narratively, Smock chases down as many as he can. Jamna goes rushing out and does the same. Luna, what do you do?
Because I don't trust Jamna, but from what I can tell, she stayed on Alamir's horse, right?
Yes.
They're no longer a problem. They ran away. They're not attacking us anymore. We got a good balance. We kind of called the herd.
Okay.
So when I think it's safe, I'm going to go back because, yeah, I could make it to these three, but it sounds like he knocked them out, right? In the upper left corner?
In the upper left corner, if you're not chasing those down, they're going to get away unless it's
Alamir's
found
going to
by
take them.
Jamna or Smock.
Alamir's going to zap them in a second if they're alive.
So we'll assume with 2 or 3 people hunting, killing them as they're climbing the ridges. Yes, so we'll just say they're all dead. So, and actually, it is important that
I'm still kind of watching her. I don't trust her to set this up.
Okay. No problem. All right. And there's going to be one more over here. Pretty sure only 2 got away. Are all the mesmerized and sleeping ones being killed?
Yeah, we would have went through and just finished them all off since they're pretty much one shot since they're all down for another 8 rounds. I think we had enough time to do them all.
The guards in Kashara would have gotten them too. So, okay. And you end up with 1 that Spot kept unconscious.
Perfect.
So it is. So we were going to end a little early tonight, and we didn't do that. But so let's go ahead, and we'll stop right here, since there is some interrogation and stuff that may be done, and it's going to take a while. So we will stop here and pick up next week, different day on Tuesday, to see what you find out about the orcs. Very good. So thank you, everyone, and thank you for those who are watching. May everyone have a wonderful week filled with peace, love, and joy.